everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Titans coming in at 5-6, going up against the Texans, who come in at 3-8.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. 1-9.
This is Miller. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Here's the rookie from Texas, Deontay Foreman. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd down and just 1. A shotgun snap for Watson. He hits Greg, complete. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Here's Davis now. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
Back to throw, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, now the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Mariota now on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top for Miller. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Watson throwing again. Dumps it complete to Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got Fuller. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Forced out to his left. And some room to roam now. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. A handoff running left is Miller. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try the air now with Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Chris Gregg, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They try again with Lewis. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 41-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
First down, Mariota. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Kobe Flainer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Watson. And he's got Greg here, the tight end. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Now it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Play fake, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Red zone opportunity. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Mariota now sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. The 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off the play fake, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now they'll run with Lewis. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for
it. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. Chris Gregg, his tight end, was the intended target. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Texans on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Shane Leckler now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He finds Taylor, complete. Touchdown, Titans!
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Lewis will get the handoff, and he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Able to power through, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here we go!
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down following the run. Now it's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to the tight end, Greg. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right near midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Fresh set of downs here. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
To the air yet again, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff to Miller. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Faking the give. Now Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jayon Brown in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off of play action, it's Watson. Going deep this time for Miller. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Following the interception here, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a play fake here on first down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They go play action. Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And some space here. And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Play action now. Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First and goal from the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On first down, it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Sammy Coates now to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out comes Houston. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. A first down carry now for Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Here's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here's Foreman. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. 11 more on that one and another first down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The tight end in motion right. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run for it with Miller. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On second down, here's Miller. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run for it here. This is Cross, the fullback. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Back to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Again, it's Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4.